Hello, I am back finally. I went to a wedding in Florida this weekend, for like 5 days, and I'm back in Santiago. It is now Thursday, May 23rd at like 12 p.m. if you wanted to know. I'm going to eat. And then I'm going to come back and I wanted to do a video about the differences between flying on an American flight and a Dominican flight. And I mean just like primarily American people versus primarily Dominican people. And it is, there are a lot of hilarious differences. So let me eat because I'm famished. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you could take a second to do that. I'm almost at 2,000. Thank you guys so much. So it would mean a lot if you could do that. Or comment below, like the video, whatever way you want to do it helps me. Okay, thank you. Okay, I am back. I ate. I'm happier now. Okay, you guys already know I didn't do anything with my hair. I don't have makeup on, blah, 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 disclaimer, whatever. So it wasn't on this flight because this flight we just went from like Florida to Santiago, but I wanted to make this video since I flew back from Arizona last time. So I went from Phoenix to Miami and then Miami to Santiago. So the flight from Phoenix to Miami, as you can imagine, there are not a lot of Dominicans on it, mostly Americans. And then the flight from, and I'm talking about like, I'm not talking about like Dominican Americans, I'm talking about like Dominicans. So no one get offended at anything I'm saying, please. It's just like lighthearted. And then the second flight, Miami to Santiago. And that was basically all Dominicans. So I get on the flight. You guys know, like, okay. I get on the flight from Phoenix to Miami. And 3 in a row, I'm in the middle seat for whatever, 4 hours, however long it is. And no one's talking to each other. You know, it's just super quiet, silent, no one's touching. So I'm in the middle, and unfortunately both guys next to me have their arms on the middle seat, like on their armrests, which I thought if you're in the middle, it's like unwritten rule that, okay, I get the armrest because I'm in the middle, but that didn't happen. So, you know, you're trying to like not touch anyone, and you don't want to be in anyone's space. And it's quiet, you don't want to be too loud, you don't want them to see what you're watching, blah, blah, blah. The guy next to me was a doctor, and he was going on a full, he had like a full PowerPoint presentation on like videos of basically like colonoscopies and the other one, oh, I'm blanking on the word, but literally like videos of tubes inside people's bodies, cameras. So I was like, this is appetizing. This looks great for the whole flight. But when you're on the flight, no one like really helps you put your bag up over the, into the overhead bin. No one really is like speaking. Everyone's just like trying to get on as fast as possible, trying to sit down as fast as possible. Just like little interaction. No one really like jump in. The flight attendants are more like to business. I don't know, on those flights I don't talk to anyone. I'm less likely to like help someone, like not with a bag, I'll always do that, but like turn around and like say something, or to someone next to me really like comment on anything. I just really try to like not speak. So it's just like that, you know, just like your average flight. And then getting on the flight from Miami to Santiago was like completely different. And this is what it is every time. And for those of you who haven't done it yet, it's just so much more fun. So we get on the flight, everyone's talking right away. You have to be much more patient because people are way less likely to sit in their assigned seats. They pretty much just like, a lot of times just take whatever seat they want, or move their seat to sit near their like friends and family, even if it's not like their assigned seat. And I don't know, I'm just like more likely to be like, can you help me with my bag? And like to a guy, and he'll put it up in the overhead for me, like without, I know he's not going to be like, oh, or like anything like that, or like, no, my bag. Like they're way more helpful. I'll ask like I don't know, una abuela if she needs help. It's just, I don't know, it's so much cuter. So everyone's like getting in their seat, talking way more to their neighbors, to their friends, but also everyone's putting like their duty free in the overhead and like not listening to the flight attendants that you need to like put it under your seat, just like ignoring them. Like on that flight, this lady needed something in her bag, or maybe she put her like duty free alcohol bottles like in the overhead, and the flight attendant said, "Ma'am, you can't do that." Meanwhile, we're like basically in the bathroom, we're so far back in the plane, and she was like, just take my bag out, that's fine, you can put it in the backpack, watch out though, like there's a bunch of cash in there. Like she was being funny. And the flight attendant was like, "Ma'am, if there were, you wouldn't be sitting back here." Which like is amazing. And the flight attendant knew like he could get away with that because she wouldn't care. Everyone's like super lighthearted. We were like dying laughing. I'm like talking to the person behind me, helping them with like, I don't even know, but the guys like next to me, they're just way more talkative and like friendly, and they weren't like talking in a creepy way, thank goodness, but just way more helpful. We were all sharing like pens for the immigration forms and whatnot, but the real kicker was when I had my food, I like brought a sandwich onto the plane, and I had less than half, so I had probably like half of a half, and I didn't like it, so I just like wrapped it up and put it on the tray table because I was gonna throw it away when they came over next. The guy next to me is like, "Are you gonna eat that?" And I was like, "Eat what?" Like I had two things. I was like, "Do you want this?" Like the unopened, I was like, crackers. He's like, "No, the sandwich." I was like, "Well, I took bites out of it, like both sides." So he's like, "No, I don't care." He just ate the whole sandwich, like literally no care in the world, which is so funny because on the American flight, literally that would be so weird. Like no one would ask me for my eaten leftover food. That just, no. And if someone saw that, they would be like, "Ew, that's disgusting." But I thought it was so funny. One of the biggest differences, if you've been on both flights, is when we land, you know what happens. All the Dominicans clap, they're praying, they're like cheering, they're happy. And when we land, and like with the mostly Americans, we're just like, finally we're here. No clapping. Actually, I've heard things being like, "You better not clap when the plane lands," like memes and stuff, but I'm like, you guys haven't been on a Dominican flight then, because that is what happens, and it's amazing. It is just always amazing like how fast I can switch from the mode of a flight from like Phoenix to Miami, where it's like pure silence, to a flight from back to Santiago, and mostly Dominicans, it's like loud, everyone's talking. But comment below any of the things that I missed on the differences between, I will say one more thing. Americans, a lot of them will dress in like, my hair's a mess, a lot of them will dress in like business casual, something like that, but usually it's pretty tame. Usually I look something like this because I don't really care. And nope, Dominicans are gonna go all out. Stilettos, high heels, the tight pants, tight shirts, hair done, makeup done. If their hair is not done, it's in a tubie, which is like that, how do I explain it? It's like a cap that you put your hair in, like a net. And then when you take it out, it's all ready to go. And you won't have hair like this. It won't be frizzy and a disaster. So, you know, they're onto something. But it's funny, like, just they're dressed up and ready to show out, which is amazing, and I can't relate. Yeah, Florida was fun. The wedding was amazing. I was sobbing during the ceremony. Their vows were amazing. They wrote their own like pages long vows. It was adorable. The first dance, sobbing. I'll put in a clip. Since you've been around. Literally, I love weddings. I love it. They're so cute. First dance with her dad, crying. First dance with his mom, crying. Everything, crying. It's amazing. But this whole week that I was gone, I had food poisoning. No, I had like a stomach virus. It was misery. Chris saw a new side of me. Like I feel bad for him. He had to take care of me. He did amazing though. Like the whole weekend I did not stop throwing up. So I really had to rally for the wedding. I had to go to the clinic and get like prescription strength drugs to make sure I just didn't throw up during that. And luckily I made it through, but Pedialyte was my best friend. it was, oof, you guys know when you're just like sick at the worst time? That's me. I'm the one who always gets sick on like a wedding, a birthday, a vacation, a big trip. Like, not when I'm here home doing nothing at all. Bathrooms very close by. Days to waste being in there throwing up. No, always when I'm like traveling. But it was all right. We're back. I can finally eat again. Chris survived. I think he still likes me. Was like throwing up massive amounts in the parking lot, and I was like, oh, maybe he wants his ring back. It's like so disgusting. I see him like out of the corner where I like slowly backing up through the parking lot. Probably like planning his escape, but no. He got over it. He did a really good job. But yeah, comment below anything I missed on the differences between traveling and flights and whatever else between like predominantly like white Americans and fun Dominicans. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you so much for following along. Thank you for your patience, because I know I didn't put up a video in a little bit. And there will be more to come. Feel free to let me know what else you'd like me to talk about. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.